thrift shop a couple towns away, not really far. It's called Blessings, and it's only opened one day a week. So, yeah, I'm gonna go and try and find it. Okay, let me show you, and then I'll wash the things. This was cute for 25 cents, and I have a thing for black kitties. So it reminds me of my Louise, and so I will end up keeping this, but I'll probably take it down and paint it a little bit and remove this little tag. This, although it's decorated really cutely, I'll either leave it the way it is and just put something inside to sell it at my booth. And I think that would be cute. So that was $1. So I'm going to do it in a different design, and I think it could be really, really cute. It's very small. You know, it's about the size of my hand, a little pitcher and bowl. I got this, which I thought looked nice. It's a pitcher, but it's a little bit bigger. And my oldest son, has white dinnerware, and I'm going to bring it at Thanksgiving because he's always looking for a gravy boat rather. I thought this was cute. And I might just leave it. It's just very cute. And I'll probably do something with the raffia. I'll take that off and I'll put something that's a little cuter. But I like it. Sunflowers are always nice. And this is very dusty. And I might put a different plant in it. This isn't bad. It has a heavy ceramic, not ceramic, but the glass planter. And what I think I'm going to do is I might put them separately. Like, I'll have this separate. I'll wash it up nice. And I might paint the pot. Because I just think this is pretty, but I will paint it first. It's metal. It has 4 feet. And it has this thing inside, but I'm going to empty that out. This one I got for myself because I will hang it on the wall. It's just a nice little fall decoration, and these are kind of nice. The florals that are in here are actually another basket, which I thought was really cute, and I'm always looking for baskets at home. And if not, I think she charged me $2 for this, which, I mean, I'm not going to get much more than that in my booth, so unless I put something in it. So I'm going to wash it up nice, and then I might have something to present in it that might make it sell more quickly. So I glued the crack and left it overnight. I'm just going to fill it with a little bit of putty. Welcome to my house. That's what I thought I would say in the intro and in the outro. Since this is based around things that I do in my house, yeah, I have just a small project for today, but I think it'll be nice. This is the metal planter that I got the other day at the thrift shop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in a false, clay kind of look. And so I got out a few colors. It's the off-whites, and I'm trying to mimic what it would look like if it really was a cement pot. And I might have to get a scissor for this. Oops. You know how it is when you think you have everything, and it's not a big deal, but you go and realize I don't have my scissors. They're just the little things. I should get a little pair of kitty scissors to keep here. I have this lightweight, it's a one-time spackling. It's good, but I think a little bit of the putty will help him. You can see how white that is. So anyway, those are the things that I'm going to use. I have some paint couture paints, black, white, and tan. But first, this is all washed and cleaned. But the first thing I am going to do is I'm going to spray the surface with some alcohol, and I will actually I will spray it on my paper towel. And that is going to ensure that there are no residual oils, because that will help allow the paint to stick. And I do have a primer here. I don't really have to use a primer, but I think I will. I would think that the chalk paints and the spackling will stick very well to this little planter. I'm not going to do the inside. I'm going to let that remain just the way it is. And I guess what I have to do is get the little scraper and scratch that off. I won't do the bottom either, because I will go back and scrape that off. So the primer that I have is an Inselex. It's called Sticks. It's very similar to the Dixie Belle Slick Sticks, but I really like this primer. I'll give that a little bit of a stir. I'm going to show you how really nice this primer is. Just put it right here a minute. It just has a beautiful texture. And unlike some primers, I don't like the spray primers because they feel really gritty afterwards. This dries as smooth as butter. It's a gorgeous textured paint. And I know I got a paintbrush. I just have to find it. Here it is. Let's just make sure you can see everything here. Yeah, I'm going to wipe the paint off my brush. And I'm just going to go over with this primer. It is good to wear gloves when you use this primer, because it is kind of hard to get off of your hands. But you can rinse out, it's water-based, so you can rinse out your brushes. You have to do it kind of quickly, and diligently keep your priming brushes, like chip brushes, clean, because it's not very forgiving. Now, that's plenty of primer. I don't need to go back and coat it until I cannot see the surface below it. It is going to allow my spackling and paint to stick just fine. Sorry. And I'm just dabbing it in here so that it finds all the crevices. And I love doing the tinted spackle, especially on planters. My son Tommy has a few of them that I've done at his house, and he likes them very much. And gee, I think I even did a table. Yeah. And they sit all winter in New England and take a real beating. You can see that this brush has quite a bit of hair coming out of it. Okay. The good thing about this room is it's a really sunny porch. And when you paint out here, everything dries really quickly. Sorry. It's hard to work out here though without hitting something with my elbow. Sorry. Let's see if I can go like this and move it. Okay. All right. Let's let that dry. I'll go rinse out my brush and be right back. Just so you're aware, it's good to use a chip brush that you don't really care about to do the spackling because you can't rinse that material off down into your plumbing. It won't be good. And yeah, I'm letting this dry. It's almost dry. So while that's drying, let's mix up our paints. And I just got like a couple of things that I would throw away, these styrofoam things. So I'm just taking the spackling and I'm going to put a good amount in here. I'll put some in each container. This is a great color for something like a cementish kind of product. I don't need a lot. I like that color. I'm just going to put a little bit, the tiniest amount of the black, so that it has a little bit of richness to it. And that's a nice paint. This is the Paint Couture, and the color is, I think it's Baltic black. The tiniest, tiniest bit. Okay, I like that color. Now, let's make a little darker color. And I'm going to use, maybe I won't use the white. I think I'll use a little bit of this sandstone with a lot of the black. Or more of the black. I'm going to use this. Now, what you could do, you could just mix up the spackle if you wanted to, and apply it to your piece that you're doing and then paint it afterwards. You can dab the paint on, stipple it on. There's really no difference. It all depends on what you prefer to do. And I can always go over it with paint if I want to, but I like mixing it up and applying it all pre-mixed. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. You don't have to do that. You can do it whatever way you want. Just like this. Try to keep our area neat. I put a piece of paper towel on my canvas. And yeah, let's start with the lighter color and see what that does. I can actually do the lip last. Can you guys see that? Just in case I want to use it to touch up or anything like that. I'm just going to make sure that the feet are done. Yeah. All right. Let's let that dry.